internet. It's day 3 of memory dump, accountability, adventure, or a basic daily log. I'm still cringing really hard at myself as I do this, as I am trying to daily progress in what it means to be camera ready, what it means to just rant, freestyle without a script. I mean, as I go along, I wonder if I'll be a person that makes a script, because in order to do things, it's hard to just talk off the top of your head. To be consistent, to do things daily, some planning is better than no planning. So talking about planning, I think I like this trend that I'm doing where I keep the same format, because that's the easiest way to do it, the just quickest. Let's just knock these out, at least for the first few beings. So today I want to call it a day in the life of a procrastinator. I have fought my procrastination many a time. I know the sources or the reasons or potential reasons behind my procrastination. But instead of trying to do the smart thing, I'm just going to do the honest thing. The honest thing is I have not overcome this procrastination. I have not overcome the anxiety or whatever that makes me delay. But the reason today, I think if I can label under procrastination, is because I finally started doing things. I finally started, in terms of the new year, so this is day 3, and I finally started okay, Anne, if you're gonna do this year right, you have to not just wing it, but sort of plan for it. Luckily, one of my white elephant gifts I got this past Christmas was a planner. It's a haru planner. Haru is daily planner in Korean, which is so I love Korean American puns, so I really like that. On top of that, it's I've always wanted to have a year planner that I wrote in. So it's part journal, reflection, part gratitude of what I did well. It's a lot of things. I think whoever made it did a really good job of trying to revolutionize this old school form of data recording. Because if you have a system of faith like I do, or you have a system of beliefs, which I think everyone should. I am Christian. I hope more people realize the benefits of Christianity, although as an ambassador for Christian and all things Christian, I'm so not qualified to be the best person, but God qualifies the called, so I'm gonna do my best. Again, if you somehow stumble your way into this my corner of the internet, talk about faith. One of the reasons I really like this planner is because it's trying to do something that our brains nowadays are not wired to do, to just sit, to just plan, to reflect. And I miss that part of my brain. I never was a planner, but I think I was a better reflector, introspector. And I could slow down, but now I can't. I'm more aware of where I'm a bit more jittery and fractured, but anyway, so this planner is really good. I know one of my procrastination tools, one of the ways I procrastinate is I plan. Instead of doing, I just plan. So I was very aware of that today. But I'm in reflection of the things I did well. I'm aware I'm still a procrastinator. I'm aware that this is something that I have to work on. But in light of that, in light of this 3rd day of the year, in light of this first Saturday of the year, doing my Bible reading. It's for part of my Bible reading plan that I decided to do with a group of church members and friends. The accountability is so minimal. We just read, we reflect, and we just share. There's not even interpretation, and it's just sharing ooh, I liked this Bible verse. And you don't even have to give context of why you liked it. It's just something that stuck out to you. It's very easy to do, but I'm like going about it in the most challenging way to myself, and I haven't done it. I'm going to do it after I edit this. And so far that's been my schedule. I do this at like this time of day. I edit because I'm trying to do it all before midnight, and then while I'm like, this is editing and or uploading or whatever, downloading so I can that tech process, that's when I do it. And I'm trying to do it by reading it aloud. Past few years, I can say as a Christian, I have read the Bible fully. I have also listened to the Bible fully. But despite all of that, like spreading out, like, I think what I'm coming to realize now is that my fifth go around, fifth of consistent go around. Like, I think somewhere before when I decided to do it consistently, I probably did read the Bible fully. But since having made the commitment to do it at least once every year, I'm beginning to realize that there's a lot that I absorbed incidentally. Like, absorbed because I read it, absorbed because my brain has a capacity of long-term memory to remember things. But there's a lot more that I don't know because I'm not studying it. But the more I study it, the more, and I mean study in the sense of even just reading it out loud. And even as one part of my brain is saying, you said you're just going to read out loud, go through, all these questions, all these things are like popping up, like, wait a minute, wait a second, like the meme. It's like, in those moments, I know I'm absorbing his word differently. And it's very cool, but it's very tiring because, again, my brain is so fractured, and it's like to focus, to study. Oh, talking about study, but that's another day. Topic for another day. But yeah, those are the things I realized. This is how I procrastinated. But these are the things that I am aware of, and these are the things that I'm going to try to conquer. Like, there's a part of me that's like, this is the first time I'm doing it this angle. This is the first time I'm doing it this distance. Should I try to mic myself? Oh, should I put some makeup on? Like, those things that I was almost going to do in the procrastination sense, because I'm still terrified of doing this, even though no one's watching. It would have delayed me from accomplishing, just to do that check. And sometimes in my personality, or like with my personality, my character, I just need to do it. Like, I need to build that in order for that, when that creativity comes, or when the doors open for that creativity, it's not at the expense of what I need to accomplish. It's not at the expense of the deadline. Yeah, eventually I think I'll start talking about stories that I create and stories that I write. One of the New Year's resolutions I did say was that I'm not going to watch new things. Stranger Things finale was like the last new thing I watched, which is literally 3 days ago. But I've also been sort of cheating by having a Stargate marathon, Stargate SG-1 marathon, and Stargate Atlantis marathon, which was, oh my gosh, that show is almost 20 years old, which is insane. But I miss shows like that. I miss, like, lighthearted but smart. You know, where stories weren't so concentrating about dark and brooding. We went through a phase where everything was dark and brooding. We don't always need to be dark and brooding. We need to know how to laugh at ourselves. We need to know how to balance, like, oh wait, no, there are stakes. This is not a joke, but also let's laugh. And I think we're coming back to that. Maybe that's what it is. We're coming back to that because Stargate's coming up with a new series, which, technically, according to my New Year's resolution, I'm not going to watch this year if it comes out this year. Because one of the ways I procrastinate is I watch a lot of TV when I should be making the shows, when I should be making the stories, because that's why I keep calling myself a writer. I think like a writer. I know the characters, I know the decisions. And I will say one of my pet peeves of Stargate shows is, amongst other things, I would have loved to have been like a proofreader, because when they did, like, for example, when you promote someone in a rank, then you just call him with that rank. So even if he was Colonel Jack O'Neill when the story happened, if he's being referred to it in a later season when he's a general, they should have said General O'Neill. But no, they called him Colonel O'Neill. Like, that's such a small thing that went through the editor's room, writer's room, no one corrected it, editor's room, no one corrected it, and then even the actors said it. Don't get me wrong, love those actors, but in my mind, I'm like, guys, you're not a robot. Oh, and the director didn't correct them either. I think if I had a time machine, that'd be my job. Like, excuse me, guys, you promoted them. Like, why? Because there was a point in the show, at some point, when she was referred to by the wrong rank, like, they made a sense of saying, wait, did they call me Major? I'm like, yeah. Why is that noticeable but not noticeable when you do it? Okay, tangent. Let's get back to it. So yeah, this is the day in the life of a procrastinator. I fall into my own rabbit holes. I talk longer than I mean to. What else is big? Big news. Tomorrow is my nephew's birthday. Tomorrow is the first Sunday of the year. Tomorrow is... You know, I'll say it now. This is my third day of doing this. I'm still terrified, still like cringing at myself. But the more that I do this, the more that I'm kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it, kind of terrified of it. Because at the end of the day, even if it's just for me, it has to be somewhat of an accountability to myself. Like, I'm not talking about all the emotions or all the things I did. I'm not even showing the whole place. I'm trying to be as nondescript as possible as I try to find the best angle, the best lighting. But eventually, I hope, I'm talking to you, Anne, directly at this point. When you look back on this, if you are the only, number one view is you, a year from now, and you look at this, I hope you can remember the things you didn't talk about. Remember the things you did or didn't do. Remember, okay, I'll talk about one of the things. This is what you look like. This is your face. This is what Anne of January 2026 looks like. Because the Anne of 2027 hopefully has lost some weight. Hopefully has become healthier. Hopefully has learned, in this process of doing this, what loving herself means. And yeah, that's it for now. Bye.